tough, when you're 1st and 20 and, 2nd and 20. Those are tough situations. Again, we got to play clean football. It's fundamentals, technique, and it starts with me.
And why do you think it's been so hard to run the ball with Jonathan Taylor this season?
I don't know. We got to get that figured out. That starts with me, myself too. We got to get him going on the ground, and we go from there.
Why do you think there were so many penalties today? Just a variety of them.
I don't know. We had some holding calls. We had a hand to the face. We had a big play to downs. They called the pick play on us. So, yeah, it was one of those days. We got to get it cleaned up. It's hard to see from, what I mean? It happens. It's bang, bang play. There's no replay. I mean, you guys probably got it on the TV copy better than I did. So I don't know.
Given the number of Lions fans here, were you ever forced to go to the sideline?
No, we weren't. Early in the game it was a little loud, but I think we were all right a few times. But, yeah, that's where it was.
So how would you assess the way he played?
I thought he played well. Obviously, he took care of the football. Like you said, we were in some tough situations there with him on, 1st and 20, some 2nd and longs. Those are hard to, overcome sometimes. But I thought he battled like crazy throughout the whole game for sure.
As hard as it is, and you got Drew drops that touchdown pass. It's going to be hard anyway, and then just makes it.
Yeah, like I said, we've got to take advantage of our opportunities, when we got them. Obviously, this league comes down to inches. It comes down to yards, and you got to take advantage of those opportunities when you have them. Well, we knew it was going to be a 4-quarter game going into it, and then, when you have big plays that get called back, I felt like there's a few of them that, it felt like every time we hit a 20-yarder or a 30-yarder or something, was called back. And so, obviously, those hurt you in those situations.
As a team, it hurts us. Whenever you're out there playing a good team like that, you can't beat yourself and try to beat the other team at the same time. So the penalties definitely hurt us, but that's just getting back to the drawing board and just understanding the minor details and the discipline between each and every play and just going to make it work.
What do you think they did to make it so tough on JT?
I mean, they have a great front, we know that, but I feel like as an offense, we didn't do much to get JT going. Blocking up front, we could have been a little better. Me, zone reads, making some better reads for JT right there, and then just blocking outside as well. Just trying to work as an offense to get that guy going. But we just gotta all just improve in that aspect.
How would you assess your performance today?
We lost, so it wasn't good enough. We just gotta get back to the drawing board. Like I said, focus on the details and just be better as a whole, not just individual.
There are some emotions swing with you when you make a big play to Downs or Grants, and then you look around and see a flag. I mean, are you celebrating and then you think, oh crap, or what?
It's not necessarily celebrating, but there is some type of excitement. It's like, okay, cool, we're moving the ball. But when you do see those yellow flags down there, it does hurt because, like, man, like what happened? But we just gotta get back to it. Focus on the details and just keep playing complimentary football. The defense did a great job. Just as an offense, we just gotta execute better.
You were surprised by what Michael Pittman, he gets banged up and he just has a game. Are you used to seeing him play like that?
Yeah, for sure. Tough guy. He's been doing it all year, playing with the back injury earlier this year. He's just a tough physical guy. He's out there playing all the time for us. It's nothing new. We know Pitt going to go out there and do his thing whenever he has the opportunity to do so.
What kind of challenge was it dealing with the pass rush? You had to throw with a lot of guys, with a lot of bodies around you and on you. What was that challenge like?
Sometimes it's challenging, but it's the nature of the game. Playing quarterback, you got to be able to maneuver in the pocket and make the pocket work. Regardless of what's going on up front. Just finding lanes to get the ball out to the receivers. But Detroit has a great defense. They did a great job of just bringing some guys right there and just getting back there. But I feel like we could have made some better plays right there in the backfield, in the pocket, and just also delivering the ball a little better.
You talked about trying to bring the physicality to Detroit this week. With the ball in your hands, how did you feel like you kind of did that today?
I feel like it was evenly matched today. They also brought the physicality to us. I feel like we could have been a lot more physical out there. I feel like we could have played a little bit more bully ball, to say the least. But, they did a great job, but we just got to do a little better.
What do you say to Drew after that play?
Oh, which one?
Drop touchdown. Do you say anything to him? Or you just
Man, just stick with it. He's not going to catch every pass. I'm not going to throw a great ball every time. So, like I said, just the nature of the game. Whatever the game going to throw at you, you got to just adjust and just play ball. He dropped the ball, but, so what? I don't throw great passes all the time. So, it is what it is. We're going to get the next one.
What made it difficult for you guys to score in the red zone in the first half there?
Just execution. Drop passes, delivery. I could have threw some better passes, especially the one to the left to JD right there. But just execution, no penalties in the red zone and just finishing. We didn't finish the play calls that we did have, and we just didn't execute.
Did you know coming in, or did you, I guess, have to
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's every week. But we knew, like, if we got behind on that team right there, we knew there was a chance that we could be down. But it is what it is. We had an opportunity, we just didn't take advantage of it, and they took advantage of theirs. So we got to look in the mirror and just figure out what to clean up.
We just beating ourselves, though, first and foremost. It was like 10 or 11 something penalties, so that's already going to put you behind. When you're not playing clean football against a great team like that, you're already putting yourself behind the stick. So that's just first and foremost, that's something that you have to fix immediately.
That's uncharacteristic for you guys. What caused so many unforced errors?
Just have to stay locked in and focused. I mean, it's a physical game, it's a straining game, and you have to find a way every single play, every single drive, every single quarter to stay locked in and focused and try to execute at a high level every play.
The first half, you guys were able to sustain some drives, put yourself in the red zone. What made it so difficult to find any sort of offensive momentum in the second half?
Definitely being able to play the game of chess, as they make adjustments, we make adjustments, and finding a way to get back into the rhythm. It's all part of the game, but you have to find a way. Those great teams, those elite teams, find a way to make adjustments and find a way to keep that momentum rolling.
When you find a way to put yourself in the red zone, you've got this defense that's creating opportunities for you. How frustrating is it when you're not able to capitalize on those with touchdowns?
It's very frustrating because, they're playing their tails off. You don't want them on the field a bunch, and as an offense, you want to be able to play complementary football. Same thing with special teams. You want to be able to help the defense and vice versa. So for us, like I said, specifically on offense, it sucks when you can't help the defense out, when they're fighting their tails off all game.
What's made it so difficult to run the ball just these past 2 weeks?
Just got to find a way to turn out some of those, dirty yards and, 2-3 yards to 4 or 5 yard runs.
How do you think Anthony handled everything thrown at him today?
Oh, I think he handled it well. I mean, like I said, it's a great football team. Number one, when you have so many penalties, it's hard to win a football game when you shoot yourself in the foot before the play even starts or during the play. So for us as an offense, that has to be eliminated to even give us a chance. But I think he handled it well, especially just given kind of some of those pre-snap and during the play kind of penalties that we had.
Did you feel like snowball?
The frustration, maybe you mentioned the frustration level, chunk play, penalty. Those penalties are just tough to overcome. Against a good team.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you feel that snowballing during the game, or is it like, I guess, one penalty you just wipe it away in your mind? Or do you feel it?
Oh yeah, one penalty you definitely wipe it away. But there's going to be calls throughout the game. That's just the nature of the beast. But it's just sometimes when they're self-inflicted, whether especially pre-snap penalties, those can definitely be eliminated. Anything that happens during the play, okay, maybe it's technique, maybe you're looking at it was a finicky call, but other than that, pre-snap penalties, those can 100% be eliminated.
I think we had some good runs today, especially in the first half, and AR's done a great job passing the ball. We just need to execute up front, blocking, whatever the play is called, and also limit the penalties myself.
You're very out of character for you guys today. What happened with the penalties?
Speaking for myself, I had the hands to the face on one play. I had the downfield one on the RPO, and then the offsides. So I need to lock in on that one, and just need to focus and be better.
Is there a theme to the penalties this season? I believe it's the most penalized you've been in your career.
I don't think there's a thing. No, I just need to lock in more.
What do you feel like the issue was today in key moments in the red zone and in third down?
Definitely penalties and being a little behind the sticks because of that. And then I think we can always pass protect better on 3rd and 7 to 10. Give Anthony a little bit more time to make an even better throw, and he's been doing a great job, and appreciate him a ton. So.
How do you think he performed today, Anthony?
It's kind of hard for me to say without looking at the film, but I thought really good, just like last week. Maybe even better this week. Just running and passing. I think he's doing a great job and just raising his play week to week.
Got down there tight early on in the game, and we got to turn those 3s into 7. So, he's got to look at the film and see where we went wrong there, but that's definitely going to be a big emphasis, I feel like.
It was really chunk play, penalty, in the red zone. How, what was really happening? Do you feel like there were just miscommunications, or was it just kind of self-inflicted wounds?
Yeah, like you said, that was another thing too. A lot of those penalties, it felt like we got a lot of big plays and just had a penalty. So we got to just clean that up on our end, play cleaner football. Can't shoot ourselves in the foot like that.
Do you kind of feel that snowballing in a game like that, where you're trying to get momentum and it just kind of stalls like that?
For sure, it's always tough when you're behind the chains then, and especially when you did have a explosive play with a 20, 30-yard gain. And then on top of that, not only is it taken back, so you got to then be first and 20 or something like that. So, just kind of a lot of unfortunate events in that term today. But we just got to be better. We can't shoot ourselves in the foot that way.